Hello. If you've been feeling lost or broken or like your brain is covered in fog, I'm here to tell you that it might just be that you are awakening. It's not that you're broken. It's not that there's anything that's wrong with you. It might just be that you're awakening. I have recently gone through a pretty intense awakening process. And it started probably maybe about in June, but things really like crashed by mid-June. And what I mean by crashed, for me, it meant that I felt alone, I felt isolated, um, I felt like I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't focus on things. I felt like I had never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I felt like I could totally relate. Um, like trying to work, trying to get things done, trying to do simple tasks. I just wasn't able to focus and concentrate. Well, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time with me, my name is Tamaria and this is Loving Life. And I'm here talking about my spiritual awakening process and why this is important to loving life. I believe that some time ago I probably I know that I did. So like in 2018, I started to question everything. And I believe that I've had like a couple of like awakening processes up until now. Because every time I questioned a belief, then I went through this process of, I guess I should describe it as like tests or trials. And each time that I went through a process and I made a decision whether or not to believe what I had believed prior to, it came with like an integration phase. So what I mean by integration phase is that like I was integrating my new beliefs or taking away my old beliefs, and that had to integrate into my system. So the awakening process is not a single event. It's not a linear process, meaning that it has like a start date and a finish date. It is similar to grief. If you've ever gone through the stages of grief, it is a process where you are shocked, and then you're sad, and then maybe you are grateful, and then maybe you're mad, maybe you get really angry, maybe you get, go into like gratitude. You might start reminiscing about the good times, the things that, you miss about the person, what they meant to you. You start to learn things, you start to, it's not a linear process, meaning that, today I grieve, I cry, tomorrow I heal, the next day I restore. Well, the awakening process is very much similar in that if you go through it, then you process through your emotions, you process through the things. And one of the ladies that was helping me through my process, what she likened it to was a defragmentation of a computer. Now, I don't know if you know about defragmentation, like the whole process, and I recently had one done on my work laptop. And basically what they did was they wiped the whole system and then they reinstalled everything. But like the old version of defragmentation, like I guess maybe like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, is that the computer would like, you would set it to defragment. And so then it would start like taking everything away and then piecing things back together and like optimizing it, And so I very much feel like that's what I went through. It's like I had so much brain fog and just like I was cloudy, I was tired all the time, I was irritable. And then at the same time when I was going through that, my relationships just really took a turn. And a lot of my relationships, like I felt abandoned, I felt alone. And those relationships, some of them still have not returned. Like whatever you don't need, whatever's not serving you for your highest good is gonna fall away. And this process will like help you to get to a place where you are whole. So this video is basically to encourage anybody that's going through an awakening process, or if you feel like you're going through some kind of something that sounds very similar, it's to tell you that you are awakening, you are getting better, and you're not broken. And there are other people, myself included, that are going through this process, because I do not think that my process is ending. I'm still having challenges with sleep. being able to sleep through the night. Some nights I sleep through the night fine. Other nights I wake up at like between like 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'm up for that entire time. Sometimes I'm up for like 30 minutes. I have discovered that even with my sleep interruptions, that it is fear that has surfaced, coming to the forefront. But I've always had sleep problems ever since I was like a little girl. I remember like having such a great obstacle, like falling asleep. And that was one of the things that I struggled with for many, many years, probably like a decade. And then maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, I was able to fall asleep without having, problems going to sleep, but then staying asleep was then that problem. So just to let you know that you are not alone. You are not alone. Some things that can help you through the process is to journal. I did journaling every day. I also got therapy. I contacted some licensed therapists. I actually had two. I had one through my job. And so if you have a company, or if you work with an organization that has a employee assistance program, reach out to them and schedule an appointment to talk to someone. Normally those services are, free for employees. So take a look at that. And then I also got a therapist through my insurance. Those are two things that you can do. It's good to talk to somebody. It's good to have that dedicated time where you can go through how you feel and process. And I think that the key thing is processing and coming into it with an open mind and intention. Like, you want to get better, you want to heal, you want to face whatever it is that you need to face in order to heal. I will say that I do not think that therapy, professional counseling, is the end-all solution to helping to overcome. I really think it has a lot to do with your willingness and your partnership. I did a lot of work when I was working with my therapist, and I worked with them for a little over 2 months. And but I was reading books. I read like 2 books on anxiety. I read a book on shadow work, and I'll put those resources in the description so that you can see those. But the point being is that I don't feel like you also have to be as aggressive and tenacious as I was, but I just really needed, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I got 2 kids and they're school-age kids. I have a full-time job, I have business, I have a lot of stuff, and I did not have time to be down for a long period of time. So I took all of this very, very, very seriously, and I came to counseling like hungry and thirsty for improvements. I wanted to change. So journaling, finding a therapist, somebody to talk to, and I say a therapist versus just like a friend or family member, because they're trained to be able to give you feedback, and not all therapists are going to be equally the same. You have to find one that fits with you, somebody that you feel comfortable with. But I went through and I read through their descriptions, their bios, and what kind of therapy that they use, and I tried to pick the very best person for me in my situation. Lastly, I just want to say to be intentional. Start to really be intentional. I don't know if you're already being intentional, and what I mean by intentional is that, like, before you do something, have a plan and a purpose. And maybe you don't know exactly what that plan is, but before I started this video, my intention was that I was going to connect with other people that were going through this process and encourage and to share resources so that we can help each other. So if you are going through this process, put in the comment that you are going through the process, and maybe share something from the video that you found to be helpful. Until next time, and I'll be talking about this spiritual awakening in a lot greater detail. But as I leave you, I just want to encourage you that you are going through a process and you are awakening. You're not broken, and you're going to be better on the other side. I'm already better. I feel like I am much more capable of multitasking and doing things, because if y'all had seen what I was going through 4 months ago, it was rough. To say the least, it was rough. But stay encouraged and know that I am thinking about you. I am thinking about all of the people that watch this video. Share it with friends or family or anybody that you know that's having a hard time. And if it seems like they might be, going through something similar, I would just share it. But be encouraged, and I'm sending love and light to you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. 4 months ago, it was rough, to say the least. It was rough. But stay encouraged and know that I am thinking about you. I am thinking about all of the people that watch this video. Share it with friends or family, anybody that you know that's having a hard time. And if it seems like they might be, going through something similar, I would just share it. But be encouraged, and I'm sending love and light to you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.